All right, so they're panicking about. Well, this is from our international correspondent, Irish Erin McGathy. She was texting with her today. We only have like a little window because of the time difference. Mm-hmm. But so we try to pack a lot of communication in. But the Irish are actually a little bit concerned about Donald Trump. They think he's going to win, and they're like asking her because she's the American ambassador. They're like, he's not going to win, is he?
Yeah. It's going to make people with red hair look bad all around the world. That's what they're scared about.
And I told her, I said, tell them that the media has been more globalized over the last couple of years, so everything seems to be happening sooner and more sincerely. But this is usual year from the election pre-circus. I mean, we lucked out with this guy. He's fucking amazing. But the you know, if you step back and look at it as the Republicans and Democrats functioning as one organization, which they literally do, and that does not mean that healthcare and all the issues that they break down microcosmically are not important to human beings. I'm just saying, like, these guys literally are a single. Call it a corporation. They run the debates, they run the election. An argument could be made that they completely marginalize the entire spectrum of political thought around the planet, because everybody has followed suit with this weird duopoly dichotomy of elephants and donkeys. I just call them bananas and cantaloupes in Bavaria. I don't know what the the pudding party. There they go again. And it's like, I think you learn this from us. There's this Coke Pepsi like thing that evolves if your empire is perfectly comfortable, and it just turns into this kind of like just standard kind of like well, you know, we don't really want to change anything, but here's our two moods, you know. We want everybody to be happy, but I'm not going to do anything about it. So let's run those two thoughts against each other, and we kind of and the good news about that is, it's Trump-proof. Like he's not going to get elected. Like these people, they wouldn't let a third party like come near the possibility. But before that happens, like Seattle will explode, like when Trump's in it, and the people will be like, I don't know, it was a coffee explosion. It's part of global warming, and the city blew up, and so Trump's dead. I mean, they don't have to do that.
I think it's going to have to get pretty sloppy before this is all done and
But that's why they're giving him a year.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's all about. This is a ritualistic murder of a guy who's an unauthorized. I think it's sad that he functions as, that he registers as anything. All this guy is a friend of your dad's. Like, he's not even... like Bernie Sanders should be the one that's like raising a stink, and he is, but he's raising it in a boring way. But it's like... But people are so into... And yeah, his hair is very interesting, and he does say things like on The View... when he was talking, this is an old quote, but now people are so concerned that Donald Trump is going to win that they're really coming at him like in a kind of like he's the Antichrist, like as if he hasn't been, as Spencer said today at dinner. I feel like Donald Trump's been running for president for 30 years, like and it's just now getting traction.
I mean, he has though, right?
That's all he's ever been doing is going like, I'll tell you what I would do, and I'll tell you why I'll do it. I would put me in charge, and here's why. My air conditioning works. Oh, glory, glory, glory. And now all of a sudden it's just this particularly boring election, and like, who cares? But anyways, what I forgot what I was gonna say.
The View.
Oh, he said on The View like a couple of years ago. Aaron sent me this quote. He said because they were asking him about his daughter Ivanka being in Playboy, or whether she would be in Playboy, and he said, "I don't think." Now, quotes suck. Like, you're quoted out of context. I'm sure he was very charming and self-effacing about this. But the quote, the fact of the matter is, what he said was, and I don't think my daughter Ivanka, I don't think she would do that, in reference to her posing for Playboy. Although she does have a very nice figure. I've said, if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Whoa!
Just to split this hair. Now I know you. The weird thing about this is like. I immediately.
What if that reaction, like in a cartoon, we would look out and the whole audience would have Trump hair all of a sudden.
I'll tell you the two parts of that joke that are fun to analyze. It's because I can picture myself.
I like the gross incest and pedophile part.
I can picture myself putting my foot in that same mouth, like if I had a daughter and someone brought that up to me, like, but the things are, the word figure is weird because it evokes her actual physical tissue. Like it's not like saying she's pretty or she, anything like that. Like she has a nice figure. Like her boobs look good. Like and her ass looks like something you would want to touch. Is in that word figure. And then the real murderer is I've said, like he's quoting himself. He's not putting his foot in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's taking his foot out of his mouth and going, you know what I always say? A daughter fuck a day keeps the doctor alive. And you know what? You're going to read me misquoted on that in previous things, and I'm setting the record straight. I got a hot daughter, and she's good to go.
I got bumper stickers. I've got posters, bumpers. I've been very, very candid about this.
I said I want to be. So people think I didn't say this because it's not newsworthy. Well, I'm telling you, my daughter's hot. I've said it.
Also, here's the extra little like cherry and peanut sprinkle on top of that gross sundae is the idea that, okay, let's say she weren't your daughter, but the presumption being that this hot woman would date you. Like, well, we'd be dating. It'd be in the bag.
Well, this is where I'll split the semantic hair. If Donald Trump were a guest on the show, hope. Or if anybody that chose to take that side for whatever reason, in other words, to be the devil's advocate, but it's not. There's not another side to the issue, but there is just the mitigating factor that I realized when I was reading more about that quote, because I thought it might just be a fabricated quote that somebody just made up, because it's kind of believable that he would say that, but then it's also unbelievable to say. Anyways, he said it on The View, and it's like and you read the larger context, and you're kind of like, all right, he's. In his mind, his bit is that he's often lampooned for dating young women. That it's like, you know me, old young fucker. It's funny because all the fucking I do with young women, it's to the point where the young women I make by fucking, I'd fuck them. I know. Dean Martin drinks, and I do that. Like he, in his mind, he's like, that's my gimmick, and I'm giving myself the razz, because he's talking to the View women. Like he's like, I know, ladies, before you even talk, before you even start lampooning me for my weaknesses, allow me to pierce myself to my own Achilles heel. I do fuck a lot of young women. My daughter is very beautiful, so the dot is easy to connect there. That if she weren't my daughter, she'd probably be one of the women I fucked because of my flaws. All right. Well, it's good to give equal time to Donald Trump. He hasn't been in the media a lot, so that's the beauty about podcasting is you get to hear things that you wouldn't hear other places.